the book I was referring to was The Accident of Color. And we're right back there. Because we had two groups of people, the freedmen and the freemen. You could look at that video and see, I explained it all. And that's where we are now. You know, they're talking about tearing Confederate buildings down. They're talking about statues, and we got multi-billion-dollar companies, you know, pandering to us, talking about they're in support with us. Man, Malcolm X said land. Marcus Garvey said land. If you don't have land, you're not free. And people we don't want to realize that we once again, they're going to fool us again. I'm just cynical. Because I feel like they go, oh, we're in solidarity. Roger Goodell, they going to give Kaepernick a job. It's all token stuff, man. If you change the name of the street to Malcolm X, and I'm homeless living under the bridge, who cares about that? I mean, we need to go back to the 10-point program, man. Like Huey Newton said, we need land. We need land, man. Land redistribution. If you don't have that, you have nothing. 50 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to have the same thing. And I think they're going to lull us to sleep again. The basketball about to start, football about to start. Y'all about to start to go to y'all concerts. The new season's coming out in September. When them children go back to school, it's going to be back to normal. And the rank and file black people going to be in the same spot. And a few old light-skinned, talented, tent, freemen, people that granted they own slaves too, and they don't even want to talk that about to you. You know, because most of it was mixed. Their mothers were slaves and their fathers was white. So the father granted them property and they had slaves too. It's going to be the same old people. They going to get a few little jobs, and we got to be under the bridge celebrating because this dude he's the first black such and such. You know what I'm saying? We need land. If Apple and Google is supposed to be with us, and they're supposed to be in solidarity, well, let's go get some acres then. Let's open. Apple is a $1.5 trillion company. Okay, all the black people, black man, you renting a house, you don't have no job, come build your house. We'll give it to you, and we're going to pay the taxes for 10 years. Oh, and we'll get you a car, too. We'll help you finance a car. You go ride Uber because you don't have a job. You can pay your utilities. And you're never going to be free. All the crime and all this stuff with the police brutality would stop instantly if we was free. Because now the police would be working for you. The police working for people, the property owners, the people, the landowners. And you are encroaching on their property. You have to be controlled. That's how that goes. Anywhere you go. And I just don't understand why we don't get that. We got all these so-called brilliant people, and we got all these so-called freedom fighters and social justice warriors. Man, we need land, okay? We need 40 acres. How many black people they got in America? Foundational black Americans, descendants of slaves, you know? I mean, I got these guys on Twitter, shout out to them. I mean, I think that's awesome what they're doing. They're talking about foundational black Americans, the descendants of slaves. I ain't talking about nobody that came here, God bless them, but I ain't talking about nobody that came here from Africa in 1980. They was not chattel slaves. They had their own problems, yes, and I don't do the Impression Olympics, but they never had a law against them where they wasn't allowed to read. During segregation, we couldn't go in the library. We couldn't even own property. So even if you got lucky and you got a lot of money, you couldn't even own a business. You couldn't even own property. You know? And this is what we are. And if we don't do that, we're going to be in the same position. You know, we sitting here talking about we want the police. So we want the overseer to be a little nicer to us. We want the overseer not to kill us with impunity. He could just, you know, they going to kill us when they get us in the courtroom and throw that book at us. Because they about to lax all the laws until now when they call you a career criminal, they gonna throw the book at you. Because they gonna let you go and you think you're gonna get away, and then they gonna throw the career criminal at you. Which is what they doing now. They talking about prison reform. They getting all the older guys like me that got locked up in the 90s, and now they saying, oh, you could go, because we need some new blood to work to death. For 2 cents an hour. Man, come on, man. We got to be more smarter than this. And I can't understand why we care so much what those people think about. I mean, I just don't understand why we care so much about. We want them to love us so much. LeBron James, a grown man with a wife and kids, talking about why don't they love us? Ain't nobody love you, bruh. Not in this world. You're lucky if your mama do. Because if you had one like mine, she didn't even love me either. So, like I said, if you got a mom that love you, you're one step above. Because some of us ain't even had that. Can't for the life of me. But I think I had to speak on it, man, because, I want you, my son, I want you 20 years from now, whenever you see this, I would have liked to know when my Uncle Clarence and them, they was in Los Angeles at the time, like what they thoughts were on the subject, so I owe that to the future. But I'm cynical, man. I think we gonna get the same old stuff. We're gonna have a black female president, black female. They did the same thing on Obama, but we all under the bridge. We all living on Section 8, all off the government. We need land, man. We need a place to go. Apple. If you're in solidarity with us, hey, we need some acres. We need a bank where we can go and get business loans and home loans, and we'll pay you back with 0% interest because you standing inside. That's solidarity. If I come to your house and break your windows, and then I come back and say, oh, I'm sorry. And then when you really get on me and you about to come to my house, I say, oh, I'm in solidarity, you have a right. But you didn't fix the problem. You never fixed the original problem. And now you want to talk about all this old surface stuff and imagery. And, you're not going to call us niggas in public no more. You do it at your house now. We need you to fix the problem. The problem is that we came over here, we were not able to acquire wealth from our labor. It was stolen from us. Therefore, the government who sanctioned it, who protected it and defended it, needs to come in and repair it, make it right. Fix my damn windows. You ain't gotta be my friend. You don't have to be in solidarity with me. You don't even have to like me. Fix my windows. And then we could go on here and live forevermore. I ain't never gotta say nothing to you. You ain't never gotta say nothing to me. Because we are equal now. You fix you paid the debt. Come on, man, that's too simple. I can't be that brilliant. But there's people that's working that don't want that because they want to keep you enslaved to them. They want to keep you always following them, and that's phony. You talk about reparations, man. We need land. We are landless people, man, and that's one of our biggest problems. We are landless people. A man gets something that he's responsible for and he owns, he'll straighten up, boy. I'm telling you. You see the most laziest person, they diligent. I'm telling you. You give a man something that he can own and have, or he'll start voting. He'll start seeing who's the city councilman. He'll start because he got an interest in it. But we don't have no interest in a society. A man that got a home and he gonna care about his neighborhood because this is his home. This is where he owns this. But if not, if he just can move somewhere else, he don't care. He has no interest. And come on, man, I can't be the only one that see that, bruh. So, I'm all down for it, man. You know, fix the police. Maybe they'll be nicer, you know. Instead of beating us on the street, they'll take us to the prison and pay some other dude, say, oh, we going to short your time, beat his ass, because that's what they do. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know.